I'm from South Africa. I moved to Wales because my mom got remarried to a guy who lives in Wales.
I moved from Manchester to Wales, and before that I moved from London, was in London for a bit, and before that I was in Slovakia.
We moved from the UK to Wales and we got kicked out of our old house, so we decided, yeah, this is a nice place, let's move here.
I like the UK in general. Everything's really close, and especially coming from South Africa. Living in the UK means that you live really close to everywhere in Europe. I like how many more. Well, it's not that there's many more opportunities yet, but there's a lot more freedom, I guess, with what you can do with your life.
It's a lot greener than the city that I'm used to.
I like the environment, actually.
The weather is like kind of it's nice because it's really cool, but it does get a bit, especially this year, it's been like excessively cold.
There's a lot of hills.
The fact that the Welsh are they're so supportive of their own country.
Like having to constantly explain where you're from and like, oh, do you speak this?
I don't think some Welsh people just stereotypically don't like English people.
But doesn't England has its own stereotypes about Wales?
Yeah.
I've always lived in small towns like Merthyr, so I've always been like everyone knows each other, you know everyone, and it's nice having. I think that over here it's like it's got different elements to it. Like, you know, everyone goes out to the pub. Over there it's more. Everyone keeps to themselves. Everyone knows each other, but everyone mostly keeps to themselves. I wouldn't call them issues per se. It's just, you know, I take them as jokes. I don't even notice it sometimes, but sometimes people heckle or they point or they stare, and it's like, you know, it's not even annoying. It's not even like it's an issue. I mean, it is definitely like an issue to me personally. It's not, as long as I don't feel threatened. You know, as long as it's not like a group of people pointing at me and being like, you know, we're gonna fucking jump you.
Not really.
I think everywhere benefits from having a kind of a global presence, because if you only have people from town A or country A living in country A, then I mean, in some senses you preserve a sense of culture, but you don't move forward with the rest of the world, and you limit yourself in terms of opportunities. You limit yourself in terms of talent. That if people are going to move to Wales, to live in Wales, and work in Wales, and, you know, have their careers built in Wales, and, you know, sort of it feeds back into Wales, like the Welsh economy. But at the same time, people from Wales can move wherever they want to as well. And, you know, like if a bad thing that people want to come to your country, I think you should be really proud of that.
Well, I just think it's just a bit more diverse now.
Well, I definitely wouldn't be a film student. If you can't read on BuzzFeed about what it's like to live in Egypt or Japan. You have to go there and, you know, actually experience it for yourself. And the fact that I moved to Wales, I think, has been a very big part of my life, and I wouldn't switch it for anything.
I think I'm just even more used to. I think it's made me more social.
I've gained a lot more confidence. Where I lived before, I didn't settle very well. Like, I've built my independence to make friends, and Welsh people are really nice.
That's gonna be my like normal ending. Have you knocked it off?